Hi everyone, and welcome back to the People Show. Today we're going to be talking about how to express yourself as an individual and how to be unique in a world where everyone's doing the same thing. To help me with this topic, I have Ornella here with me. Hi.
Hi, Mia.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. I'm good. So my first question would be, actually before we get into the questions, tell us a bit about yourself.
My name is Ornella. Hey. I'm a fashion stylist and a blogger here in Ottawa. I have been doing this for about the fashion has started in 2016 and blogging, to be honest, back in 2013. So it's been a long time coming. Yes. And I'm still learning and growing every day.
Right, that's good. So you kind of made your a stance here in Ottawa in the fashion world as a stylist.
Yes,
right?
I did. Yeah.
Okay. And how do you think that came up? Like, tell us a bit how you decided to be a stylist.
Well, it all started when I was younger. I think because I loved dressing up, and when we were younger, my mother would always dress us up when we had to go to church. We had to go to weddings and things like that. And I think it stuck to me. And I just I figured that I love expressing myself through clothes. Yeah. So then I would just dress myself up, like spend hours in my room trying on clothes and things like that, playing dress up basically.
Yeah. I think every girl did that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I just loved and enjoyed doing that. So then I started doing it with like my siblings or like even my mom, for example. And I just I loved going shopping and things like that. So that's where it came from. Okay. And so when I was in high school, that's when you had to decide either you're going to college or university. And I already had in mind what I wanted to do, but my parents, on the other hand, didn't really believe in that yet. So
or completely understand that it's a way of it's a career.
Exactly. Yeah. They just saw it as it's just a hobby, it's just a phase. Yeah. But it was like my passion. That's what I wanted to do. And so I remember arguing with my parents. Honestly, I had to sit back and pray to God. It was so intense because at that moment at first, before graduating, I felt lost because I didn't want to become the typical doctor, lawyer. Yeah. So I was like, well, everyone else is basically going to school for that, but I didn't really want to do that. And so I started feeling bad too because my friends were like, so are you going to uni or college? And I told them, well, to be honest, I know what I want to do, but I'm just going to go to college. It's shorter. Yeah. And I remember this one time, my guy friend was like, oh, why? Just come to uni. Go to uni like everyone else. And fine, whatever. So I applied, got accepted. I actually did go to university, Ottawa U. 1 year there, and I hated it. Honestly, it's like going into work and you don't like what you're doing and you're miserable.
Just don't want to be there, so nothing's coming out of it.
Exactly. Yeah. It just felt horrible. Just horrible feeling, but I was there because I wanted to please my parents. I didn't want to disappoint. Exactly. So I did that, but after a year, like I said, I stopped. Yeah. And I really had to sit back and think hard. Next level prayer. Yeah. Honestly, it was just so intense. Yeah. And thank God they understood. Well, they didn't fully accept, but they were like, okay, fine. Yeah. But I still ended up going to Algonquin College for law clerk. So that is my background. It's my background, I know.
It's like a compromise.
It's my plan B. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So I did that, but honestly, I just love fashion. I love styling. That's my number one baby. Yeah. And from there, that's where actually blogging came before that because I told myself, well, I knew I wanted to be in the fashion industry. Yes. I just didn't know how to. So I was like, okay, I need to start somewhere. Yeah. So I started working in retail. Yeah. And so I started blogging as well. And through blogging, I met people from the city. Yeah. And that's just
how you got into it. Yeah. So now you're talking, just go back a bit, how did you deal with respecting what your parents wanted to do and also following what your passion was? Or did that, what was kind of the struggle with that?
I think for me, it was, I wanted to please my parents. Yeah. I didn't want to disappoint my parents because me and my older siblings, we were born in Congo, in Africa, and my parents brought us here just for me to, you know,
be a stylist.
I didn't want to disappoint them and hurt them, but again, like, I wanted them to understand how I felt because it's my future.
Yeah, I don't want to be somewhere miserable at the end, like, oh, like, it brings me no joy.
Exactly. Yeah. So I just had to honestly just make them understand, like, okay, guys, please, like, this is what I want to do. And thank God for my older siblings, who are also in, like, my sister was in marketing and my brother is a DJ.
Yeah. So they kind of understood.
Exactly. And I think they my siblings spoke to my parents.
Good, yeah.
And just my siblings supporting me and my dreams and my passion. So it eased them a little bit. Yeah. And once I started going hard and just working harder towards that, and the money started coming in,
started seeing, okay.
They were like, okay, fine, like, and now my parents are supportive.
Yeah, like, and I think it comes to see that, like, when parents see, like, okay, it's supporting her, she's happy, and it's a way of life too, because it's true, like, because I do also come from a Congolese family, and it's just like, no, why don't you just do this? It's like, so the government, it's like, it gives you money, but it's like, but I'll be bored. Like, I tried the government job, it doesn't bring me joy. It's like, I have more to life. So I think you just want to see you having, like, a stable income. But you can do that with anything that you love and find a passion and you're very consistent with, you will find that income coming. And then they'll be kind of like, okay, they're good.
I think they just literally want you to be happy in life. So that's why they push hard. But they understand now.
And how did you find your individual style into the fashion world here in Ottawa, especially?
That's a really good question. They're always asking me, so how do you describe your style? And I'm like, to be honest with you, I've always loved mixing and matching things. I've always loved putting together things. That's why I love being a creative. I just love putting things together to create, like, one look, for example. Especially when I do fashion editorials for magazines. That's like, I love doing that because it allows me to just literally handpick items and then putting them together and boom, like, it's
a beautiful outfit.
Exactly, just something like edgy, not basic or anything like that. But I loved putting things together. Once I always change my hair.
Hair is fashion also.
And I don't know, I'm just bold when it comes to my style, but at the same time I keep it classy. That's always stuck to me. I don't show my body around like that. I don't really like showing too much.
Less is more.
Exactly. I keep it, like, reserved but still very fashionable and creative and bold and sexy, but very still classy.
That's good. And what do you think is so important to be unique and stand out from different people? Why is that so important, especially in the fashion industry? And I have to say in Ottawa, because Ottawa is not like Montreal, Toronto, New York. We don't have, like, the fashion that comes here. So why is it so important to find what individual you are and how to be unique?
I think you have to be unique. You have to be unique because you want people to see you. You want people to respect you. People don't have to like you in life, but you want them to respect you, and also you want to connect with others. I think you have to be transparent, pretty much. Like, for me to be, unique and to be able to stand out, just be true to yourself first. You have to love yourself. You have to be a confident individual, and that way, like, you'll let other people in so that they see what you've gone through, and so that they'll see, like, your journey and things like that. And of course, and sometimes that's how you're gonna figure out, okay, I know why this person's like this and that person's like that because of, what they came from, what they've done in the past and things like that. Just be true to yourself.
And my other question is, how do you keep on staying on top of the fashion trends, and how do you know which one to take and which one to tweak a bit to make it, like, your own?
Well, I always try to challenge myself when it comes to trends. Trends come and go.
Yeah.
Number one. And there's different trends every year. But I realized that those trends coming back are always trends that have been in the past. Like our parents' days.
Yes.
There are some things that I wear now and my mom or my aunts
been wearing it.
Yeah. And they would, my mom would be like, I used to wear that. And I'm like, what? No way.
It's like now we go back in our parents' closet and it's like, I need this. Like, but when I put you in it, and stuff like that, right?
And sometimes like I would borrow my mom's like sweaters or her purses. These shoes that I'm wearing today, my mom used to wear these like kitten heels. Yeah. So for trends, I don't always follow every trend that comes. Okay. Yeah. I just find something that works for me. Okay. And to challenge myself, I always try to like tweak it and twist it and make it my own. Yeah. Like, always try to mix it. Yeah. So that it doesn't look like everybody else.
Yes, and that's the thing. Yeah. Even like on your Instagram, so you have a big following. And how did you get that following? Do you think it's because you're unique and also how you dress yourself, or do you think it's more of you're showing people what fashion could really be?
I think because I'm unique and a lot of people always say, oh my gosh, like, how did you put these two outfits together? I could never. And just colors that I mix and match. Yeah. Honestly, people always say, how did you do that? Like, I would never think. I work at Bayshore as one of their personal stylists. Yeah. And every time I bring a client to a store, they always say, wow, I would have never put these two colors together. And to me, it may sound crazy because that's what I do every day. Yeah. Every day. But to them, they don't do that every day. They don't, some of them are just not, they're afraid to step out of the box. So, but again, like I'm different from people and everyone's different, obviously, but not everyone has that, you know, ability to just wake up and just, you know, I'm going to be bold. I'm not going to be afraid. And for me, like fashion for me is just a way of expressing myself, period. Yes. That's what I'm good at. Yeah. I'm not good at music. I used to be athletic when I was younger, but
like now it's fashion. Like I got this.
That's fashion. Like I love doing that. So that's just how I express myself. Yeah. So for me, it's easy. Yeah. But then for others, that's why I want to help others and I want to help them put outfits together and mixing things together. So
that's like how you get people. Yeah, I don't get that. Yeah. So my last question would be, what would you say to young boys, young girls that are having a hard time to express themselves and just to be unique? Like, what would you tell them?
I would say be confident, believe in yourself because nobody else will. Be ready to just be open-minded. Yes. And just honestly, don't be afraid. Be confident. Ask questions. To be honest, when I was younger, I used to be afraid to ask questions, even like especially in school. Yeah. And so my teachers would think that I was not really interested. Or that's the reason why maybe I was not good at some of the classes. So that's one thing that I learned. Like you have to be ready to ask questions, and there are no stupid questions.
Yeah, so I was just thinking about that.
There are no stupid questions. Like ask people, read. Like everything's online.
Everything you could go on Google, ask for something, and it's everywhere. It gives you 100 like
exactly. Yeah. When I started blogging, I used to, because my sister blogged. She started blogging before I started. So I just thought, oh, I have my sister to help me. So I would ask her questions, like all these questions, and she would just say, did you do your research? Every time. And I used to think, she's being so rude. Like, I'm her little sister. She's supposed to help me, but no, she was doing that for a reason. It helped me because now if I have a question, before running to my siblings, for example, or someone, I'm going to make sure that I do everything in my power to research it or something. Just so that I know myself. And if I need like a second reference or something, then I'll go to them and ask.
Yeah, and especially if this is your craft, know the inside and out. Especially fashion, like for sure. You have history of fashion. You have different designers you can learn from. So just like anything's for any career, like always know your craft and try. Everyone could do a million things, but just try and be a bit unique
for sure,
and do your own thing. So then everyone attracts a different audience for sure. Yeah,
exactly.
Okay, so thank you so much for coming on the show.
Of course, thank you for having me.
No problem. And thank you guys for watching. And I hope you learned something about just being confident and going for what you want in whatever career you have. Thank you for watching.
Hey guys, it's me again. I hope you guys loved this episode. If you would love to join the conversation, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment below. And do not forget to be bold and stay true to yourself. Dun, 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 dun. I do the beat, I give the beat, oh. Fireboy, they are so.